With Grow PR, we felt that we were really partnering with an agency which cared as much about the outcomes as I did. The amount of communication, the amount of collaboration, and the amount of trust that we had in each other was one of the most phenomenal experiences that I've had working with a PR firm in life. With Grow PR, what we found is that every day we were doing something different. And every day we were learning on the previous day's findings to see what we could do better and different. And that speed of iteration, that speed and bias to action meant that we were able to achieve outcomes far beyond what we had originally hoped.
Hi, I'm Crystal from Go PR, and today we have Jonathan from Habyt. Jonathan, maybe you can introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm John. I'm the APAC CEO for Habyt, a flexible living provider based in Europe, but operating properties all around the world.
So today, Jonathan is going to share with us his experience working with us at Go PR. Okay, so Jonathan, maybe you can share with me why you were exploring PR for Habyt.
Look, we've been looking for the right partner to build our brand, particularly when it comes to how we are perceived by the consumer base here in APAC. When we looked around, we wanted to find a partner or a PR firm which would be able to engage with us very intimately on the activations and strategies that we wanted to see and the brand that we wanted to build in the market. But when we asked around and we heard from many folks that Grow was a fantastic partner, and of course we wanted to see that for ourselves.
So you heard from different partners that Grow PR will be a good fit. And before that, do you have any experiences with us?
Look, we've worked with Grow PR in my prior roles. We worked with Grow PR when launching a cloud kitchen brand in Malaysia, and we had a phenomenal experience. And I wanted to see if we can replicate some of that magic with us here at Habyt.
And when you appointed us, was it like for a specific project, stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely. We worked with Grow on launching this property here at Habyt at Kada. A brand new property here, a government building, which we launched in December of last year, and it's an incredible building, and we want to tell that story to everyone here in the market. And working with Grow PR towards that goal.
What were some of the challenges that you wanted to work on, or what are challenges before working with us?
Habyt's been going through its own journey as a business. We've evolved from being a co-living provider to now being what is really a flexible accommodation provider, offering anything from a one-night stay all the way to a one-year stay. And we want to work with Grow PR to really change the narrative around what Habyt truly is and to redefine what we are, not only now, but what we are going to be in the future.
I think, with all the work that has been done so far, what helped you the most?
I think it's the level of care. With Grow PR, we felt that we were really partnering with an agency which cared as much about the outcomes as I did. And the level of intimacy that we had with the Grow PR team, not only in the strategizing about what is our PR strategy, but the execution of that strategy day in and day out, the amount of communication, the amount of collaboration, and the amount of trust that we had in each other was one of the most phenomenal experiences that I've had working with a PR firm in my.
What were one or two things that moved the needle specifically? I mean, apart from you mentioned the experience working together, stuff like that. Yeah.
It's speed and bias to action. With Grow PR, what we found is that every day we were doing something different. And every day we were learning on the previous day's findings to see what we could do better and different. And that speed of iteration, that speed and bias to action meant that we were able to achieve outcomes far beyond what we had originally hoped. And delivered an outcome and a result that I was very, very pleased with.
And maybe a bonus question. What would you say is important for brands who are looking for agency partners to work with?
Find an agency partner that you can trust, who has the same interest in you and is passionate as you are about your business and about your outcome. With Grow PR, we really did feel that we were in this together. We weren't working with a third-party partner that was simply trying to deliver on a KPI, but a partner which was as excited about the Kada launch as we were. And that was a pretty great experience.
And how do you know when is the right fit?
When you can communicate transparently and honestly about what's going well, but equally what's not going so well.
Right.
And in that dialogue that you have with your agency, if you can not only say, hey, let's do more of this because it's going really well, but have the honesty and the trust to be able to say, hey, this isn't going so well, let's make a pivot. And then working with your partner agency on that, I think that's the hallmark of a healthy and productive relationship.
What has been the impact for Habyt so far?
Yeah, it's with Habyt Kada and actual launch. This was our first flex property launch of 2025 in earnest. And working with Grow PR, we'll be able to take that first step towards redefining what Habyt is. We're not a co-living provider.
Yeah.
Not only a co-living provider.
Right.
We are a provider of flexible accommodation of all sorts for all people across all stages of life. And the Kada launch was our first step towards really redefining what we are.
What will you say to someone thinking of working with us who's watching this video right now?
Give it a shot and be honest about what you need. Working with a company like Grow means that you can be vulnerable about what your business's weaknesses are, what you're aiming to achieve, and what your dreams and aspirations are. And I think working with GoPR, we were able to be very clear about those things, and then through the course of our engagement, figure out what was real, what was possible, and what wasn't. And I think by having that open and transparent dialogue with your partner, you're able to achieve not only the best outcomes, but the most realistic ones too.
So, Jonathan, where can people find out more about Habyt?
You can check us out at habyt.com. We have our properties and our units all across the world, from Lisbon to Berlin to Singapore to Hong Kong to Tokyo and Seoul. We've got options ranging from short nightly stays all the way to yearly stays and everything in between. Check us out, habyt.com.